Hey, 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 hey. It's been a minute, but I want to do a video. And as always, it's just based on something that is on my heart. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Um, I don't know, I was just thinking about this and based on some conversations that I've had with a few people, and and it just prompted me to do this video to encourage somebody who is feeling like they're not getting what they deserve, or that they are being overlooked for opportunities, or that that their achievements aren't being acknowledged, or that their work is not being acknowledged. I just wanted to do this video to encourage you. So, when I was in high school, I got pregnant when I was 15. I had a baby, as most of you know, and most people judged me, looked down on me, criticized me. It made me feel bad. But I worked really, really hard as a 15-year-old mother, and I graduated with honors as the top of my class, and I earned a full scholarship, a leadership scholarship to the University of Memphis. On awards day, I was looking forward to the opportunity to stand up when they call out those people who got an award. And the person to the right of me was acknowledged, and he stood up. They called out his scholarship. The person to the left of me didn't get a scholarship, but the person next to him, they called his name, he stood up, and they acknowledged his scholarship. And I sat there because they skipped me. And I had been waiting on that moment ever since I found out I got a scholarship from the University of Memphis, so that I could stand up and say, hey, look at me. You guys frowned at me, looked down on me, thought that because I had a baby when I was 15, I couldn't do it. And that was going to be my aha moment. Look at me. Not my aha moment, but my aha moment. Look at me. I made it. I got a scholarship. I'm going to college. And I didn't get that moment. I was overlooked. The guidance counselor overlooked my name on the list of those who got a scholarship and didn't call out my name. At the end of awards day, I went up to her and I asked her what happened, because I wanted that moment. I needed that moment. I felt like I needed that moment. And she said it was a simple mistake. She didn't know how she overlooked my name. She said, but Summer, it's okay. The only thing that matters is you got the scholarship and you're going to college. At that moment, I was really hurt. I was really upset, especially that she minimized how I felt. But that was the truth. What mattered was that I got the scholarship and I was going off to college. Since that day, I have been acknowledged and I've been honored more than I ever would have imagined. And that moment on awards day, that meant so much to me in that moment, really meant nothing. Now, I'm doing a good job, but nobody noticed. Okay, I had a connection issue, but nobody noticed. Nobody said anything. And temporarily that hurt, but it took me back to that moment when I was in high school and my scholarship was overlooked and I wasn't acknowledged for getting that scholarship. And I remembered, okay, what was important was that I got the scholarship and that I was going to college. And so in those moments when I feel like, hey, you didn't see what I did, you didn't acknowledge what I did, I'm working hard, I'm out here making a difference, I'm doing these things, and somebody else may be doing something, in my opinion, doesn't look as significant or as hard or as big of an accomplishment, just to be honest. And they're getting all kinds of awards and recognition, applause, and support, and I'm not. Have you ever been that person that you're out here working hard, making a difference, doing great things, and it seems like nobody sees you? Well, I just want to encourage you, because one thing that I learned in that moment that I just shared is sometimes it doesn't matter if other people see you or if everybody or anybody acknowledges you. It feels like it matters, and maybe it hurts a little bit. And maybe you even feel like you need that boost of encouragement that somebody sees you, but maybe they don't. But does it take away the impact that you're making or on the people that you're helping or the lives that you're touching? You are still valid, and the work that you do is still incredibly important, whether anybody sees it and acknowledges it or not. The other thing that I learned is that, not just in that moment, but throughout my life, that just because people don't say anything doesn't mean they don't see you. And just because you don't get the acknowledgement or you don't get the award doesn't mean that people don't see you. So, a couple things. One, people may not acknowledge you for the simple fact that they aren't happy for you. They aren't happy for you. So maybe they won't tell you congratulations or job well done or let me give you this award or let me give you this, because maybe they're not happy for you. And there will be some people. And then maybe they don't acknowledge you because they think that you don't need the acknowledgement. They may see you and think that you're doing a great job, but in a lot of cases, and it may sound strange, but in a lot of cases, like, oh, they know. They already know. So people won't say anything sometimes because they feel like you got it. You are great. You feel great. You're doing great. So you don't need the acknowledgement. You do, because I do. I need encouragement. I need support, and I appreciate when I get it. But at the same time, I'm not distraught or upset when I don't get it, because I know that the work that I do is valuable. And so I just want to give you some encouragement. If you are that person who is out here working hard, making a difference, doing the best that you can, and you feel like people don't see you and people don't acknowledge you, or you're not being rewarded or acknowledged for the work that you're doing, just know that people see you and you're making a difference. And the reasons why people don't acknowledge you, some are positive and some are negative, but ultimately it doesn't matter. What really matters is that you are making a difference and you're getting results. And so, like always, I have my so now what that I like to share as an encouragement. So now what? How do you move with this information? Yeah. So S is for stop comparing. Stop comparing. So you may see what you're doing and know that it's great. It's awesome. You might see somebody else is doing something that you don't even think is as big or as impactful. Well, that can get you down. It can make you upset if you feel that way and they're getting acknowledgement, they're getting support, they're getting encouragement, and you're not. So stop comparing, because that only makes you feel worse. Look at you and recognize that what you're doing is for you and whoever it is that you're serving. So stop comparing. O is for overlooked is only in your eyes. Overlooked is only in your eyes. So you may feel like you're overlooked and people aren't acknowledging you, but it may only be in your eyes. Like I said before, people see you. People see you and they know what you're doing, and they just don't even talking to people and telling other people to look at you, and you're really making a difference, even if you don't know it. So overlooked is only in your eyes. N for now is new eyes. I pray for new eyes all the time, and encourage you to try to look at things through new eyes too, so that you can see things differently and recognize that overlooked is only in your eyes, so that you can start to see how other people really do see you in a positive way. O is for opportunities, and I always talk about opportunities. So sometimes opportunities may seem small, but I encourage you to take opportunities, no matter if they're big or if they're small, and especially if it's not to be seen. So don't take an opportunity just because you think it will give you more exposure or more people will look at you or acknowledge you. Take opportunities because it's the right thing to do. W is wait your turn. Wait your turn. So maybe somebody else is getting that acknowledgement or that support or that award or that thing that you feel like you're supposed to get, but maybe it's just not your time to get it. So wait your turn. But while you're waiting, the next W is work. Is get to work. Put in the work. You know you're doing the work now. Don't stop doing the work just because you aren't getting the acknowledgement or the support, or maybe you're feeling overlooked. Don't stop doing the work. Keep on working. H is for humility. And so sometimes if you have a whole lot of pride, then it really can make you feel bad when you aren't acknowledged and when you aren't encouraged and when you aren't supported and when somebody else is getting the award or someone else is getting the acknowledgement. But maybe you aren't getting it to humble you. Reason to see if you're doing the work for the right reason. So I encourage you to have humility yourself so that circumstances don't have to humble you. Humble yourself. A is for always, and the T is for thanks. So we just build what? So now what? Always show thanks. So when you get an award or an acknowledgement, a simple like on Facebook or share on, acknowledge it and always be thankful for it, because the reality is nobody has to support you. Nobody has to encourage you. Nobody has to give you an award. Nobody has to do anything. And when you are thankful for it, more gratitude comes. More gratitude comes, more encouragement comes, more support comes. In some cases, awards come. So always be thankful. So our letter, stop. Overlooked is only in your eyes. In new eyes, pray for new eyes so that you can receive opportunities. Then wait your turn. While you're waiting, get to work. Be humble, show humility, and always give thanks. So I hope this encourages you if you are somebody who is out here doing the work, because it's a lot of people who are doing work, and I'm thankful to know a lot of people who are doing great work, making a difference in the lives of other people. And a lot of people are not being acknowledged and maybe not being encouraged and maybe not being supported. And that can be it can be very discouraging for somebody who is working hard. But I want to encourage you and remind you to encourage yourself and to stay encouraged, hopefully by some of the things that I just said, and know that you really aren't overlooked just because you aren't getting maybe awards or maybe everybody's not talking about you that you know of. You're not being overlooked. So stay encouraged, keep going, and keep pushing and saying, so what? So now what?